me happy. It's time now for Weather on the Road. This week we're talking about weather balloons. For more on that, we sent it over to, hello, the man with the weather plan. Sam, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Rachel, and let me tell you what, this balloon is larger than life. You're not the only one that can do Backstreet Boy references.
I love it. That makes me so happy.
I knew that would make your day. We are talking about weather balloons today, Rachel. So, of course, Weather on the Road on hiatus because we can't go out to the schools right now, so we are bringing it to you live here on More. And today we're talking about the weather balloon. And this is one of the more popular segments I do during my presentation. So the weather balloon is launched twice a day around the world from 800 different locations. And what it does is it collects weather data. As it goes up into the sky, it's collecting all kinds of weather observations. And we are lucky enough to have one of those balloons launched right here in Las Vegas. It's launched from the National Weather Service office, which is right by Silverton Casino, right off I-15 and Blue Diamond. And as the balloon goes up into the sky, it's collecting that weather data that we use to help forecast. Now, the balloon can go really high up into the air. It can reach up to 100,000 feet up into the air. And to give you some perspective, that's about 3 times higher than an airplane flies. Airplanes fly at about 30 to 40,000 feet. So this balloon goes really high. So I can't blow it up for you, but I do have technical producer extraordinaire Alex, and she's going to come in and show you just how big this balloon is. So it's a really big balloon. Now, you don't have to hide behind the balloon, Alex. We can see your there we go. You can peek over the balloon. But this is what the balloon looks like. You need a big helium tank, and I know Rachel and I, we spew a lot of hot air here on the news. Even we couldn't blow this thing up. I mean, you need a large helium tank. So they blow it up twice a day at the National Weather Service office, and it carries this up into the sky. Now, this funny-looking box, it's actually called a radiosonde. It has a couple cords hanging out of it. Now, this radiosonde, as it goes up into the air, it's recording weather data. It takes the temperature, the wind speeds, the pressure, the humidity readings. And on the back, if you ever find one of these, because eventually the balloon, it's going to go so high that eventually it's going to pop. So what happens is there's a little parachute that deploys from the radiosonde, and this will fall back to Earth. So I've talked to people that have actually found these around the Las Vegas Valley, again, because it's launched twice a day, 365 days a year. And if you do find one, it says harmless weather instrument released by the National Weather Service. They'll tell you the date and the time that it was launched, and there's even a little return envelope right there so you can return it and they will recycle it. So that is the weather balloon, the radiosonde. Really important data, because when we're forecasting the weather, we want to know what's going on at the surface. Those are the temperatures we show you on the newscast. But when we're forecasting the weather, we want to get that three-dimensional picture of the atmosphere. And the data that the weather balloon brings on in is really critical. It goes into what our forecast models that help us forecast the weather. And there's much more accuracy in those forecast models because of the data that the weather balloon brings on in. So, Rachel, there you go. A larger-than-life balloon that helps us forecast the weather. And, of course, Weather on the Road, you can find more information and watch this full segment on our website, fox5vegas.com.
Sam, you truly make science fun, honestly.
Oh, that's just because I threw a Backstreet Boy reference in, I think.
Well, that's sweet the deal. But honestly, and shout out to your assistant, Alex. I mean...
Wasn't she awesome? Come back in here,
right,
Alex.
Our behind-the-scenes crew doesn't get enough love. Yesterday, she was doing yoga poses between the commercial break.
Really?
Just to have some fun and keep things lively. There's like 3 of us here, so we appreciate that. So, Alex, tell her, great job.
Thank you, Rachel.
And shout out to Tracy and Carlos and Maria. You see her all the time, too. But I'm just saying, we appreciate our crew behind the scenes you guys don't always get to see.